Hello guys, frog in my throat, that was awkward. So first off, I don't have the rights to this music, but I've decided to play a bit of Jessie Ware this evening because I haven't listened to Jessie Ware in a long time. So I'm going to do some of the questions from my Instagram Q&A, so yeah, hopefully this will be lovely. If you haven't subscribed already, then do that. I'm also going to be doing a competition to win a free reading, but I will tell you about that at the end of the video. So first off, we have Stella's Eden Tarot, your question. So your career, how will your career as a tarot reader go? First of all, very excited for you that you're going to be getting a career as a tarot reader because I'm absolutely adoring it. I think it's such a wonderful way to provide clarity for people and guidance, kind of advice, that sort of thing. Actually losing the top of my head here, hang on. Let me just move this up a little bit. That's better. I'm super proud of my hair. I want it to be seen. So let's have a look. First off, you've got okay, so I'm going to get... So you've got two aces in reverse. So I think it's going to be very slow to start with because you've got that Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups both in reverse there. So I'm trying to sort that out without the glare. But I think don't be too disheartened because at the moment, yes, it is going to be slow to begin with. And do you know what it is? Because I think particularly with tarot, it's very much a word of mouth situation. You know, you build clients. It's not, I don't think it's as quite as much a thing of advertising necessarily. I think it's a case of, you know, you build up a rapport with people. So it is going to be very slow process, but I think it's going to provide you quite a lot of freedom because you've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now that for me is, sorry, it's really glary, isn't it? Just see if I can turn that down a bit. Oh. Or off. So the Ten of Swords in reverse there. So I think it's going to give you a little bit of freedom mentally. I think it's going to give you the opportunity to explore a lot of things because this, you know, in the upright, like he's absolutely on his knees, battered and bruised. He's still got his sword in his hand. He's still trying to fight the good fight. But I think it's going to provide you just a real sense of like calm, of being able to help other people. And then once you've got through that, you then got the World card. So I think I think it's going to be, I think it will do you really well, and I think it will progress. I just think it's going to take quite a long time because, as I say, you've got two aces in reverse. So, you know, the biggest thing I would say is, like, I think any new venture that you're on, it's very easy to think, oh God, I'm not quite ready yet. Like, oh, I haven't got my lighting set up. I haven't got my microphone set up. I haven't got this set up. I don't know what to do. Like, you know, maybe I need a website. Maybe I need to go to these things. You know what? Just crack on and do it. Like, you've already got your Instagram, which is great. So I think just, you know, push that, keep posting. And I think the other trouble is, I think it's very easy to try and emulate other people. And what actually, I think, you know, like, the reason I like a lot of tarot readers myself, because I still go to other people for readings rather than read for myself most of the time, because I prefer, you know, I find it very easy to fit things to my situation. Whereas actually, you know, like I adore Cryptic Kirsty Tarot. I think she is my favourite tarot reader by far because she doesn't pull any punches. But you know, I wouldn't ever try to read the way she does. You know, you find your own way, and I think people will come to you because they appreciate the way you read the cards and the way you do it. So, you know, there's no wrong way of doing it, but keep focused because you've got that World card, so you will get some good progress out of it. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time. I hope that helped. So next question we have is for JMM24. Any guidance? I love that. So that's just a nice open question. These are always my favourites. Oh, hang on. I've got a flipper card there. Don't need that just now. Let's give this a nice little shuffle. So, any guidance for JM.M24? Oh. Okay, so first out you've got the Two of Pentacles and you've got the Star in reverse. So I don't know if you feel like you're a little bit out of balance at the moment because those two cards, so the Star in reverse for me is all about, you know, feeling very unbalanced, very much like you have a healing to do, like you've got stuff that you need to sort out within yourself that maybe, you know, you've got a bit of, I mean, I feel like everyone's going to be in dark times. Not everyone. There's a lot of dark times going around for people at the moment. But I think with that being in reverse matched up with the Two of Pentacles, it's also a case of, you know, trying to find a way to balance other people's opinions. Because like you've got, you know, in this Two of Pentacles card, you've got the two people behind her, you know, and she's trying to keep everything balanced. She's trying to keep everything focused. And it's not, you know, like the traditional Two of Pentacles where everything's up in the air and it's all very much a case of trying to, you keep everything balancing and have a lovely time doing it. But this one, it isn't. This one for me is much more about the mental, because like I always think that little bit at the back there, it looks like a little mind map as well. So I think you've got a little bit of a struggle going on here with regards to other people's opinions about what you're doing in your life, maybe love life, could be to do with work situations. Maybe these people have an opinion on how you're handling everything. But you know what? Actually, other people's opinions are their opinions. And it's, you know, like when people say, like, oh, sometimes people say, oh, do you want my opinion? I'm like, not really. Because actually, your opinion is your opinion. Your business is none of my business. I don't need to know what you think about things. If I, you know, don't get me wrong, there are people whose opinions I do want, and it's good to have that. You also had another card out, which I'm going to have a look at now. Okay, Moon in reverse. So I think this situation where you are not, where people are, you know, people are kind of just weighing in a little bit too heavily. I think it's knocking you off your intuition and your balance. Because, you know, the moon card for me is, you know, it is about things not being as they seem, and about, you know, it's like that rear view mirror. Things, objects in the rear view mirror may seem larger than they are. You know, problems could seem more unmanageable with the moon. But there's also a sense of it, you know, it providing guidance in troubled times when it's in the upright. Because, you know, when it's dark and you can't see anything, the moon comes out, your eyes adjust, and suddenly you can see again. It's wonderful, and that's one of my favourite understandings of the moon card. But particularly with this deck, because it's, you know, it's about the lady, you know, she's cradling it, she's having it all there. So I feel like these other people's opinions are just not in your best interest, and I think it's knocking you out of balance a little bit, and that's where this star's in reverse. Because I think other people are weighing a little bit too heavily on you, and just be careful of that would be my advice. Okay, I hope that helped. So next we have got Satish.2025. Will your love text you this month? Okay, so you've got Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this, you know, I feel like he's worrying a little bit too much about what's going on for him right now. I always say him, I'm assuming it's him. I feel like your person has just got a little bit too much going on at the moment, that they're feeling a little bit not out of sorts necessarily, but I just think, okay, Strength and the Queen of Swords in reverse as well. So will they text you in the month? I don't think so, if I'm totally honest. Because I think with this, I think they're, you know, the Queen of Swords in reverse is a little bit like a, you know, because the Queen in the upright, she's very, you know, she's very calculated, but she's also quite forlorn in this deck and quite lonely. So I think he's okay. I think he's okay with where he is, and I think, you know, with this Strength, he's definitely feeling like, you know, because I like this as well, because it's a bear, but also, you know, this person next to the bear walking has got the apple, so there's knowledge in that Strength. So I feel like he's actually quite confident in where he is, knowing what's going on for him. I don't feel like he needs to contact you, and that's his opinion and his situation. But I think he's just, you know, his focus is elsewhere right now, because that Two of Pentacles is in reverse. I think, as I say, the confidence that he's got going on right now is keeping him well away from anyone else. And it's just, you know, it's like, you do you, boo. It's like all that kind of just cracking on, doing what you need to do. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it is going to be in the next month. But obviously this is, you know, only energies for right now. I hope that helped. So next we have got Janak_Rathor, or Rathor. Anyway, will things improve between you and your person? Okay, will things improve between you and your person? I think they will. So you've got the Ace of Swords first off, and this for me I absolutely adore, because for me that is absolutely Excalibur, Sword in the Stone style, King Arthur. It's all about, you know, taking that first step of belief, of knowing that you can do something and just going for it, and just absolutely going for it and pulling it out, and then it leads to bigger and greater things. You've then got the Empress, Happy Days. So I think, you know, this, you know, for me is, because the Empress is all about love and nurture and, you know, rebirthing things and harvest and all those wonderful things. But what I really love with this is, like, her skirt has got the whole world, like, and she is absolutely showing it. Now I know obviously I'm talking in the feminine here, but of course that can reside for anybody, you know, because we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. It doesn't matter how much people try and tell you they don't. But this for me is a really, really lovely combination, because I think the situation between you guys at the moment, if it's not been too good, I think you're going to get new opportunities for things to improve. And actually what it's going to be, it's going to lead you to a situation where you can both mother each other, and you can both offer each other that kind of maternal, nurturing energy that really helps bring about growth and bring about lovely, lovely times. Like, I'm just like, you know, I love it. And again, you've got all the waterfalls in the background, so it's all, you know, it's very heavily in emotion. The feet in the water. I genuinely, yeah, I think things are going to get a lot better. I really like it when it's a nice read. I'm one of those fair weather ones. I'm like, oh, please let me do lovely readings. Anyway, I hope that helped. So next we have PCore18. So PCore18 is your Instagram handle. Obviously, I've forgotten what your real name is, but I feel like we had this conversation on the last Q&A. So this is for you if your Instagram name is PCore18. Is it good to go to the UK? I mean, I love the UK, so I would automatically want to say yes, but let's have a look. So I wanted to say yes, but I think not, because you've got the King of Cups and Knight of Swords, which are both in reverse. So I think you coming to the UK is going to throw you through put you through the ringer, and I think you're going to lose a lot of who you are, a lot of yourself. I think is going to go missing. I think with the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's a case of taking time. It's going to take a lot out of you to do it, and actually because the King of Cups has come up in reverse, I feel like it's going to leave you in a place where you don't really know where your place is in the world anymore. And it's like that it feels like you're going to have that missing of belonging. And it is, whenever you move to a new area, obviously you're always going to have those moments of not knowing where, having to find your tribe again, having to find where you fit in a place. But with those two in reverse, I think it's going to be really, really tough for you. The other cards you've got now, you've got the Nine of Swords, which is in reverse, which is not a bad thing. So that's good, because I hate the Nine of Swords in the upright. Obviously, is all the nightmares and all that sort of stuff. But it's next to the Ten of Cups in reverse as well. So I think it's going to leave you feeling very lonely. So I think, I don't know, I would really assess why it is that you're coming to the UK. And my advice would be to weigh up whether it, because it is a big trade-off. Like moving to another country is a massive trade-off. Moving to anywhere is a trade-off. You trade everything you know and everything you possibly have where you are for starting all over again. And starting all over again can be exciting. It's not, that isn't all doom and gloom. So I don't want you to worry too, But I think being prepared for something, being prepared for a bad outcome always helps lessen the blow, in my opinion. Anyway, I hope that helped. So next we have got KB18818, advice on career. Happy days. I like a little non-love related question. So let's see some advice for your career. Okay, so start off with, you've got the Four of Swords in reverse. So I think you're going to have to, so in fact, I'm going to start in the upright. So the Four of Swords is all about taking a break, right? With this deck, see how he's got like the moss growing? Like he stayed there so long. So I feel like this, is a bit of a warning card for me. It's not a case of, take a nice break, have a chill out, because actually you've got to keep moving with your career. So I think it's very easy to, particularly now, I think careers can be, it's quite a tough time. I'm lucky that I can work from, do what I do from home. So touch wood, it hasn't been too bad so far, although my other income has been interesting. but I think, yeah, I think you're going to have to be really focused and really driven, and make sure that you don't get to that stage where because the thing is, if you sit down for a minute, the moss starts to grow, and and things start to stagnate, and then like think of the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. He stands still, and then he starts, because he rusts in one place, and then before you know it, he can't move anywhere. So you've got to kind of make sure that you keep moving. You've got the Six of Wands in reverse, so I think you're also going to go through a bit of a troubled time with it. And again, that could be corona related, lockdown. What's happened to my music? Where's she gone? Oh. Ignore it, we've only got a couple of questions left. We're going music free for now, kids. Or not, anyway. Right, where was I? So Six of Wands in reverse. So I think you're going to find some real troubled times in it, and the advice for me here is one, you're going to have to keep going, but also be warned that there is going to be some defeat is a bit of a too strong a word, really, but I think there's going to be trouble where you're going to maybe feel like you're having to do things on your own a little bit. And yeah, in fact you are, definitely, because your next card out is the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Hanged Man in reverse, fantastic, and I adore it in this deck, because look at all that sunlight bursting through his heart. He's fully grown. He's literally made up of leaves and new growth and green shoots and abundance coming in, and he's absolutely focused. His heart is shining bright. So I think your career is going to be fantastic. I think it's going to give you the opportunity to really show who you are in the world and put your stamp on where you are in the world, and people are going to come to you for advice and help, and I think you're going to be able to offer a lot from your career. But I think you've just got to make sure you keep moving, and I think you're going to have to be ready for the fact that you will have to do a lot of it on your own, I think, because I think the people around you, might not believe in your career as much as you do, and that's tough. Everything's easier when you've got people around you helping you and supporting you, but but the other, on the flip side of that, is when you do things on your own, you have that real sense of achievement, and that's I love that. Like, who was it? Who was it? I want to say it was like Jerry Halliwell or someone, where she was like, every time someone, was it her? Anyway, someone they were like, every time someone said, you won't be able to do that, they were like, watch me. Just watch me. And every time someone said they wouldn't do something, it spurred them on further and further to go, and they ended up, hugely successful. Don't come at me for the Spice Girls. They were the biggest girl band of their time. Anyway, I love them. So last question for this one. So Bumika3616, what's coming for your love life in the next few months? Okay, so first card out you got is the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you're going to take a little bit of time out of your love life, if I'm totally honest. I think you're going to have some, I don't know if you've been through the ringer a little bit, if things have been disappointing you, if you've been let down by someone, but I don't feel like it's necessarily a case of, walking away from someone specific. Although King of Cups has come out in reverse, so it could be that you've had a water sign that you've been dealing with, but it could also be that you've just had someone you've been dealing with who just hasn't wanted to offer you anything, who hasn't been able to offer you anything. They've not been, up to standard, and I think you're going to get to a point where you just think, no, you know what, I am better off on my own. It's that song, do you think you're better off alone? Can't remember now. But yeah, quite often you are, and sometimes, if you're in a bad relationship where someone, and like, the thing I love with the Eight of Cups as well is, it's not always about the cups being broken. Like, all of these cups around her are still standing, so she's having a lovely time, and it's not that she's leaving behind things that are bad. Sometimes they're good, but it's just not for her right now. So I think you're gonna have a little bit of a walk away moment where you just focus on you. You have a bit of time out for yourself. In fact, we'll keep that out. Who's coming into your love life next, please? Let's see if we've got anyone coming in for you. Okay, Four of Swords in reverse. So it could be an air sign coming through, but I think, again, with this, look out for someone who is really, really fast-paced, full of action, full of talk. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to back it up, but I think you've probably got an air sign coming towards you, which is nice. I'm an air sign. I'm all for air signs. So just have a look what's on the bottom of your deck as well. And Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. So yeah, you could have an air sign, you could have a fire sign coming towards you. My concern would be look out for someone who is very, very fast paced, but doesn't really know what they're doing with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, those people that they're kind of like running around like headless chickens, like they're, you know, they're very busy being busy and not really, there's no sort of strategy behind what they're doing. So, you know, you might find that you've got someone coming in, like I say, it could be air, could be fire. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I think just be wary that they could just be a headless chicken and keep telling you everything, keep seeing what's going on, you know, but not really backing it up. Not really talking the talk, walking the walk. Anyway, hope that helps. Now, as I was saying with regards to my free reading giveaway, basically, if you're a subscriber for YouTube, brilliant. If you follow me on Instagram, it is must be a Gemini tarot. Well, must.be.a.gemini.tarot on Instagram. So yeah, follow me on there, subscribe to me here, and basically, if you leave a comment on the videos here, I'll get the notification, I'll put you in, and basically, yeah, so for every comment you put in, also if on Instagram, if you send it to other people and you get them involved as well, you get an extra entry into the competition. So it's a little bit like the Hunger Games. Basically, your name goes in once for putting a comment on this video, and for every friend that you get to subscribe and comment, they get an entry, you get an entry. Anyway, really enjoyed that for tonight, so I hope that helps, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.